For some of us, a great option to increase the floor space in our homes is to move upwards into the loft area. However, if you're considering converting your attic into living space, there are a few factors you should actually consider before starting any work. Is it actually worth it? When you're weighing up the potential for a loft conversion, it's worth deliberating whether the cost of the work is equal to the value to which you're adding to your property, so that you don't end up overspending with no hope of recouping the costs when you decide to sell up. A loft conversion can add up to 20% of the value to your property, which is quite a significant amount. However, the cost of completing the works can vary depending on the type of space that you have available and the complexity of the requisite works. Shop around for your building quotes so that you have multiple options, and then compare property prices in your area that have had loft conversions to see the difference in the price. This should give you a strong idea in terms of budgeting to see if it's actually worth it. Is my loft suitable for conversion? Not all lofts can be converted into bona fide living space, as there are some caveats in terms of available head height in the area, the pitch of the roof, the structure of the roof, the obstacles of the water tanks or the chimneys that actually may obstruct the area. When you measure from the bottom of the ridge to the top of the ceiling, you need to have at least 2.2 metres of usable space for conversion to be suitable. Do you need planning permission? Depending on the type of conversion that you're implementing, you may not need planning permission whatsoever. Permitted development rules grant rights to enable homeowners to undertake building work without the need for planning permission. If you're completing a simple conversion with no structural changes to the roof, then you're most likely not to require planning permission, making the process a whole lot simpler. To read about permitted development, we've got a link in this post to the Scottish Government guidelines. How do I intend to use the space? One of the most important questions to ask yourself before committing to the building work is exactly what you need the extra space for. In some instances, this will be an easy question to answer. For example, if you're a growing family in need of an extra bedroom. However, for others, the use of the room may not be so clear-cut. If you're adding the extra space simply because you're feeling a little squeezed for space in your property, then a loft conversion may well be the wrong answer, as although you'll be increasing your living area, you will most likely be losing useful storage meters. If you're looking for more space, then consider moving into a more appropriate property in your area. You may well have made a profit on your current property, which would actually enable you to upsize anyway. Don't fall foul of your insurer. Before completing any works on your property, ensure that your insurer has been fully briefed with regards to your possible changes to your property, as you don't want to invalidate your home insurance. Adding value to your property may affect your premiums, and any building work to be completed, such as floors being taken up or electrics changed, can result in damage to the property which may not be subject to actual insurance claims. Finally, getting the right contractor is key here. One that has a track record that comes in the price quoted. Get everything written down in black and white so there are no arguments at the end over who should have done what. Effectively, you're drawing up a contract of works to be completed at the price quoted. Think about how long they've been trading. Ask for references. Call the people and check how it went for them. Plus, Google their name to make sure there's no horror stories. Check Facebook as well. Be prepared to make reasonable staged payments, but always make sure not to pay too much too soon, leaving yourself in a vulnerable position, so your contractor, if they don't live up to his or her word, then you've at least got someone else to finish off the job. Is it also worth getting a professional in to inspect and sign off their work at various stages before you pay them to make sure it's correct? But above all else, get professional help and don't try to cut back on essential costs. If you've got no experience in this, you could lose everything, including your original house, if it's not done right. Until next week, I'm Jim Parker, and this is Fife Properties TV.